Good morning. For today's video, our topic is adding dissimilar fraction without regrouping. What is dissimilar fraction? Dissimilar fraction is a fraction with different denominator. For example, 2 fifths, 1 fourth, and 3 sevenths. They are dissimilar fraction because their denominators are not the same. In 2 fifths, the denominator is 5. In 1 fourth, the denominator is 4. And in 3 sevenths, the denominator is 7. So they are dissimilar fraction. Now, what are the steps in adding dissimilar fraction? Step number 1. Determine the least common denominator or the LCD. Number 2. Divide the LCD with the previous denominator. Step number 3. Multiply the quotient to the numerator to get the new numerator. Step number 4. Add the numerators. And step number 5. Express your answer to its lowest term if possible. So let's start. Step number 1. Determine the least common denominator or LCD of 2 fourths plus 1 tenth. First, the denominator of 2 fourths is 4. The denominator of 1 tenth is 10. And they are considered dissimilar fraction because their denominators are not the same. So if the denominators are not the same, we have to find the least common denominator or the LCD. So find the LCD. So the denominators are 4 and 10. Now, what numbers do we need to multiply that will give us a product of 4? But remember, it should be prime factors. Very good. So when we multiply 2 times 2, we get 4. And 2 is a prime number. How about 10? So the prime factors of 10 is 2 times 5. 2 and 5 are prime numbers. After that, we need to cancel their greatest common factor or the GCF. And in this case, the greatest common factor of 4 and 10 is 2. Then now, bring down all the factors. So we have 2, which is the GCF, times 2 times 5. So 2 times 2, 4 times 5. Then the LCD now is 20. So it means that the new denominators is 20. So after having the new denominator, after having the LCD, we are now going to divide it with the previous denominator. So let's start. course, do not forget that we need to multiply the quotient to the numerator to get the new numerator. So first, 20 divided by 4, the answer is 5. 5 times 2, the answer is 10. Next, 20 divided by 10, the answer is 2. And 2 times 1, the answer is 2. So, it means that the equivalent fraction of 2/4 is 10/20ths. And 1/10, the equivalent fraction is 2/20ths. So, in this case, 10/20ths plus 2/20ths are now similar fraction because their denominators is the same, and that is 20. So step number 4, add the numerators. So 10/20ths plus 2/20ths is equal to 10 plus 2. So the numerator now is 12. So the answer is 12/20ths. But remember, we have to express our answer to its lowest term if possible. So let us check. 12/20ths is equal to, what are the prime factors that we need to multiply that will give us a product of 12? And that is 2 times 2 times 3 will give us 12. 2 and 3 are prime numbers. How about 20? So we can have 2 times 2 times 5. So we get a product of 20. And 2 and 5 are both prime numbers. So we need to cancel their greatest common factor. So we cancel 2. And on the other hand, we also canceled another set of 2. So the greatest common factor of 12 and 20 is 4. Why? Because we multiply 2 times 2. 2 sets of 2. So that is 2 times 2 will give us 4. Now, what number remains in the numerator's side? So we have 3. And how about in the denominator's side? We have 5. So it means that the lowest term of 12/20ths is 3/5. So it means that the final answer is 3/5. Remember that if we are asked to get the lowest term of a given fraction, always use our knowledge, or always apply our knowledge in greatest common factor. Let's play. Hi, my name is Mateo. Come and let's play with me. So before we start, please get a piece of paper and write down all the given numbers and solve it if you really understand are lessons about adding dissimilar fraction without regrouping. Let's start. Find the sum. 1/3 plus 1/5. 1/3 plus 1/5. Number 2. 7/12 plus 1/4. 7/12 plus 1/4. And last number, number 3. 1/3 plus 2/6. 1/3 plus 2/6. Okay, so we will check your answer on my next video. So you have to wait for my next video so that you may check or you may know if your answer to this activity is correct. Here, very good. Now, always remember the similar fraction is a fraction with different denominator. Again, the similar fraction is a fraction with different denominator. Do not forget the steps in adding the similar fraction. Step number 1, determine the least common denominator or LCD. Step number 2, divide the LCD with the previous denominator. Step number 3, multiply the quotient to the numerator to get the new numerator. Step number 4, add the numerators. And finally, express your answer to its lowest term if possible. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!